Welcome to the Math Line. This is your host, Cheyenne.
And Lisa.
Don't you feel like we should name our audience? Like, Giggly Squad, they call theirs the Gigglers.
Yes, we need to come up with like a cute, like a fun
name.
Mathy name.
We could do it by next time.
Okay.
Yeah. Back to business.
All right.
All right. So today we're talking about Chapter 4. And Chapter 4 is where we roll up our sleeves, exploring, discovering, and reasoning what that actually looks like in a math classroom.
So translation, moves that you can use tomorrow. Got it.
Yes, and the framework makes it clear. The content standards tell us what students are learning, but the standards of mathematical practices, I'm going to call them SMPs. It's just too much of a mouthful. Yeah, so the SMPs tell us how students interact with that.
And spoiler alert, the SMPs aren't just for the advanced kids.
Or enrichment, if we have time.
Right. They're the habits that every student can and should build, like making sense of problems, persevering, reasoning, modeling, also critiquing.
And here's the key shift. Proficiency isn't about memorizing steps. It's about expecting math to make sense and have the courage to just jump in and try.
Love that. Oops, it's time. The framework literally says proficient students are experimenters and innovators, which I love because it normalizes getting stuck as part of math class instead of something to be ashamed of.
Yeah, exactly. So habits of mind are like the thinking skills, noticing patterns, making conjectures, and generalizing.
And habits of interaction. These are the talk moves. So that's like explaining, listening, questioning, making sense of each other's ideas. Basically, math as a team sport.
Yeah, and teachers have to design for both, right?
Mm-hmm.
Math isn't an individual pursuit, like you said. It is social.
Totally, especially for our multilingual learners. The framework says math class should be a language-rich space where reasoning, not just the right answer, is what matters.
All right, so let's zoom in to the 3 SMPs that this chapter focuses on.
Okay, sounds good.
So the first one is SMP 3, which is to construct viable arguments and critique reasoning.
Okay.
7 is to look for and make use of structure.
Mm-hmm.
And 8 is to look for and express regularity in repeated reasoning.
Okay, so in other words, explain your thinking, notice patterns, and then generalize them.
Yeah, and they don't stand alone. They actually build on each other. You notice something repeated, you see the structure, and then you make the argument for why it always works.
All right, so then let's kind of look at the progression across the grades. So
Okay.
The framework gives great grade level progression. So like in first grade, a kid might notice that 7 plus 3 makes 10 because you can break that 3 into 2 and 1, and that's SMP 7 and 8 already at work.
Okay, and by middle school, kids might notice a pattern in polygons, like how the interior angle sum keeps increasing in a predictable way. Then suddenly they're generating their own rule.
Right, and then they get to high school. So in high school, this is where it gets like super abstract. Proving that the square root of 2 is an irrational or discovering that quadratic rules through guess my rule games.
Mm-hmm.
Same habits, but they're just leveled up.
Yeah, exactly. And here's where equity comes in.
Okay.
You can't just tell students, argue more or look for structure. The classroom has to be designed to help them do this and give multiple opportunities to do this within a lesson.
Exactly. So the framework suggests norms like mistakes are valuable, depth over speed, questions really matter, and that everyone has the right to share their thinking, which I love.
Yes. Basically, there's no more math person versus not a math person. The authority in math lies in reasoning, not the fastest hand in the room.
Amen, sister.
All right. So what does this mean for teachers?
Well, I think the framework leads on the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics 8 effective teaching practices.
You're so right. I'm so
All right.
proud of you.
Thanks.
All right. So some of those practices are like implementing tasks that promote reasoning, supporting productive struggle, posing purposeful questions, using multiple representations.
Oh, and my favorite, which is facilitating discourse.
Mm-hmm.
Not just students reporting answers, but actually making sense of each other's ideas.
That totally connects to our upcoming PD about building thinking classrooms that we're doing. The one, chapter 10, it's all about consolidating, where we'll dive into how a lesson can be ended by pulling together all of those student strategies and showing how they fit together.
Yeah, because when students ask, why does this work? Or will it always work? That's when the SMPs really come to life.
Yeah, exactly.
So chapter 4 is basically the don't just do the math, but think the math chapter.
Exactly. Explore, notice, argue, prove, and make it social, equitable, and language rich.
So if chapter 1 was why math, chapter 2 was equity and teaching shifts, and chapter 3 was number sense, then I would have to say that chapter 4 is the how of reasoning.
And we'll keep seeing that thread woven into the grade level chapters that are coming up next.
Great. So now here's your challenge.
Right.
What math structure do you notice around you today? Maybe it's the tile pattern on the floor. Maybe it's the algorithm on your Spotify playlist.
Or maybe it's your coffee habit, repeated reasoning. I buy one every day and by the total on Friday, it's way too much.
Probably like that $72 we talked about in chapter 3.
If you're getting coffee every day at Starbucks, it's at least $72
Yeah.
by the end of the week. There's just no way. It's
Yeah.
like $9 for a latte.
I know. I think mine was seven or $6.95 today. So 7 times 5.35. That's just Monday through Friday. Too much.
Too much. All right. So that's SMP 8 in action.
So see you next time, and we'll have a name for you guys.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.